Hello everyone, welcome back to my complex heatmap video tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to annotate your heatmap. Heatmap annotation is very important because it can help people to understand better your data. So let's load the package first, ComplexHeatmap. And we need the circlized package for the color function. We can set the set to create a matrix data. We will create a 10 by 10 matrix data set. Then we name the row names as row 1 to row 10, and the column names as column 1 to column 10. And we only use the first letter. Row will be R1 to R10, then column will be C1 to C10. So let's have a look at the data set. You can see we created a matrix data. We have 10 rows, R1 to R10, and 10 columns, C1 to C10. Now we can create a heatmap using this data set. So let's run the heatmap function. You can see we have a heatmap in the plotter windows. You can see from the heatmap we have a column data and the row data. Then we can annotate the column data on the top or the bottom. We can annotate the row data on left or right hand side. So for the column annotation, we can use the argument top annotation or bottom annotation when we create a heatmap. So let's do a demonstration data. ComplexHeatmap has a function called heatmap annotation. We can use this function to create annotations. Because we have 10 columns and 10 rows in this heatmap, so let's create a heatmap annotation with 10 columns, and we can name the column annotation as demonstration demo. So let's create the heatmap annotation. You can see we have a formal class heatmap annotation in the data window. So let's have a look at the heatmap annotation. You can see it is a heatmap annotation object with one annotation. The position is a column. So when you use the heatmap annotation function, by default it creates a column annotation. You can see the position is a column. I will show you later how we create the row annotation. So let's put the column annotation on the heatmap. We can put the annotation on the top or the bottom. So if you want to put the annotation on the top, you can use the argument as the top annotation. Let's run. You can see we add an annotation on the top, and the name is demo. And also we have a legend for the top annotation, and the annotation name is demo, and we use the number 1 to number 10 for the annotation. If you want to put the annotation at the bottom, you can use the bottom annotation argument. You can see now we put the column annotation at the bottom. So let's try to see if we can put the annotation on the left or right as row annotation. If we run the code with the argument as the left annotation, run, you can see now we have an error because the annotation is column annotation. So R suggests you that left annotation should be the row annotation. So you can use row annotation. If we put on the right hand side, it will be the same. You can see it is an error. We should use row annotation. So now I can show you how to create a row annotation. Then we can put them on left or right hand side. You can still use the heatmap annotation function To create a row annotation, you just need to add the argument as which equals row. You will create row annotations. Let's run. We named the row annotation as Heatmap annotation 1. So we can have a look at Heatmap annotation 1. You can see now it is a row annotation. You probably remember when we have the errors, I suggest you use row annotation function. So in the ComplexHeatmap package, you can directly use row annotation function instead of using the argument which equals row in the Heatmap annotation function. Let's run row annotation as Heatmap annotation 1 again. We can have a look at the Heatmap annotation 1 again. You can see now it is a row annotation. Now we can put the row annotation on the left or right. Let's run the Heatmap again. You can see with the left annotation argument, we put the row annotation on the left. If we use the right annotation argument, we will put the annotation on the right. You can see now the annotation is on the right. And again, we have a legend for the annotation. As I mentioned, you can put the column annotation on the top or bottom, row annotation on the left and the right. If you want to use more annotation, you actually put on all four sides. So let's try run the Heatmap with all the argument top, bottom, left, and right. You can see now we put the annotation on all four sides. So next I show you how to set up your color for the Heatmap annotation. You can see from here, we didn't set up the color, so you can see the color mapping is a random color. I showed you before, we can use the color ramp tool function from the Circlite package to set the color function for the Heatmap body. Here we can still use the same function to set the color function for the annotation. For example, here we use the number 1 to 10 for the annotation. Then we can set the number 0, 5, and 10 for the value vector. Then the color vector is green, white, and red. If we set this color function, we will change the color for the annotation. Numbers between 1 to 5 will be green color gradually to white color. Numbers between 5 to 10 will be white color, gradually change to red color. So let's set the color function. Then we can create the Heatmap annotation using the color argument inside here with the color function we set up here. So let's create a new Heatmap annotation. Now we can run the Heatmap function again. You can see now we have the column annotation on the top and the color changed from green to white, then to red color. You can see the number between 0 to 5 will be green to white color. From 5 to 10 will be white to red color. You can also use discrete numbers or letters for your annotation. So let's use letters as an example to show you how to create a Heatmap annotation. Here we are going to use small letter 1, 2, 3, that will be ABC, and repeat for 10 times. Now we can create the Heatmap annotation. It will be a column annotation and we named it as bar. Now we can run the Heatmap function and put the bar annotation on the top for the column annotation. You can see now we have a top annotation named as bar. You can see the legend for the annotation on the right hand side. The name is bar and we have 3 letters A, B, C, and the color was randomly created. If you don't like the random color, you can also set the color for the letters. Using the color argument, you can see here, when we create the heatmap annotation, we can set the color for A as red, B as green, and C as blue. So let's create the heatmap annotation again and run the heatmap. Now you can see we changed the color for A as red, B as green, and C is blue. So far I only show you how to put one annotation on the top, bottom, left, or right hand side. You can put multiple annotation on the same place, or you can put a mixed annotation. For example, we can put a continuous number for the top annotation. At the same time, we can also put the discrete annotation using the letters A, B, C. At the same time, we can use the color argument to set the color for both annotation. You can see for the demo, we can use the color function, we set it already. And we can use the same color for the letters A, B, and C. Now you understand why for the color argument we use the list here. Because when you put a multiple or mixed annotation at the same place, you can list the color function for different annotations. So let's run this demonstration to create 2 annotations for the column annotation. And we can create the heatmap now. You can see we have 2 annotations. One is the demo, the other one is the bar. And you can see we set the colors for the demo. It is from green to white, then to red color. And the colors for the bar annotation is red for A, green for B, and blue for C. Sometimes you may don't have a value for your row annotation or column annotation. Then the color for the NA value is controlled by the NA color argument. So let's create a demonstration heatmap annotation with NA values. You can see here we replace the number 5 as NA value. And also for the bar annotation, the first one is NA, then the rest will be ABC, repeat 9 times. So we can set the color for the demo as the color function we created before, and the color function for the bar annotation as red, green, and blue again. Now we can set the color for the NA value, use the NA color argument as black. So we can create the heatmap annotation now. And let's run it again. You can see now in our demo and bar annotation, if you see the color is black, then there is no value for column annotation in this column or this column. So I showed you how to use the color function to set your favorite color for heatmap annotation. Next, I show you how to set the borders for the heatmap annotation. So the border for each grid in the same heatmap annotation was controlled by the GP argument. If we set the border for each grid as black, let's create the demo and the bar annotation again, and we run the heatmap. You can see now each grid in both demo and the bar annotation has a black border. If you don't want the border for each grid, you can use the border argument to set the border for each annotation. So if we use the border argument as true, we can create the heatmap annotation again. Now we can run the Heatmap function. Let's run. You can see for the demo annotation, we have two annotations. Because we set the border as true, we only have the outside black line for the demo annotation. And it is the same. We have the border for the bar annotation. Okay, I'm going to stop from here. Hope now you not only know how to create Heatmap annotations for your Heatmap, but also you know how to set the corners and the borders for your Heatmap annotation. Please subscribe my channel if you haven't to do so. Thank you and see you next time.